The last time we were discussing the sample question paper from the ones issued by CBSE, there's this question, 19th question, the case study question based on similarity of triangles. Second part, somebody actually pointed this out to me that, ma'am, we don't have RHS criteria. The RHS rule is used for congruence, not for similarity. The question here is, which is the correct similarity criteria applicable for the smaller triangles in the upper part of the kite? So that day, like, even I didn't notice. I think nobody realized, because we are so used to doing congruence and just looking at those right triangles. The first thing that comes to mind is a right triangle. So it will have a property which is applicable in a right triangle. So four options में से RHS seems the best suitable, and we mark that. Although it works because by RHS you can prove the two triangles congruent, and if the two triangles are congruent, then the triangles will definitely be similar. So this is something we know, but as such, we do not have RHS rule. Right now, if we had to look for the rule of similarity applicable, then it would be SAS. The students who were present that day and those who are present right now, I think you can now compare. And this is like a trick question, although it's in basic paper, but still it could trick good students as well. Like, even I didn't realize, karte discussion karte, like, unless the student had pointed out to me, I wouldn't have noticed this. Then I had to recheck. If the question was, prove the triangles similar, then you could have proved the two triangles congruent by RHS, and then you can write down the two triangles. If two figures are congruent, they're definitely similar. But now, just using the rules of similarity that you have, those are SAS. I don't know even the other two are there or not. चार ऑप्शंस में से आई थिंक सिमिलैरिटी का तो रूल ही एक बन रहा है यहाँ पे. एक बार चेक करो जरा. The four options given in second part. आपके पास angle 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 rule है, which can be used as angle angle. Then you have SSS rule. Then you have SAS rule. Do we have any other rule other than this for similarity? Next week paper है बेटा, इतना तो याद होगा. I've written that. I have written AAA. If you still want to take a look at your textbook, I'll give you a minute quickly. एक बार चेक करके बताओ, इसके अलावा हमारे पास कोई सिमिलैरिटी रूल तो नहीं है जो मैंने यहाँ पे लिखे हैं.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Just for a quick revision, this is what we have, the summary of chapter number 6, and you can just take a look, the criteria that you have for similarity. Yes, Kanishka?
मैम ये जो नीचे नोट टू द रीडर है, इस पे लिखा हुआ है कि आरएचएस भी सिमिलैरिटी रूल नहीं है.
RHS as such rule नहीं है. You can prove the RHS rule, but it's not used by default. आपके पास ये rules हैं. RHS would mean one angle and two sides, right? So वो ASS rule type लगती है चीज. So that's not possible. Yes, Sahaj, There are proofs which there are actually videos and results, or I think blogs where the proof is given for RHS similarity, but it is not a standard result. The standard result that we have are these three actually. Out of these, the first one can also be used in the form AA. Just by two angles, the third angle will automatically be equal. But other than the first one, these are the two similarity criteria that we have. So for this particular question, the best suitable option would be SAS. Now this is, see, that's what I'm saying. This is a trick question. Now I said something. अगर आपको वैसे prove करना हो, आप इन दोनों triangles को congruent prove कर दो. Yes, Sukhamjeet? You've raised your hand. Sahaj has raised his hand.
Yes, मैम मैंने पूछना था मैम, अगर हम RHS रूल से मैम दो ट्रायंगल्स को कॉन्ग्रुएंट प्रूव कर दें, तो अगर वो कॉन्ग्रुएंट होंगे तो सिमिलर भी होंगे, तो ऐसे कर सकते हैं?
अगर क्वेश्चन होता प्रूव करो, यहाँ पे आपको पिक करना है जो क्राइटेरिया एप्लीकेबल है. तो गोइंग ओवर कि हमारे पास सिमिलैरिटी क्राइटेरिया होते कौन कौन से हैं, हमारे पास ये 3 सिमिलैरिटी क्राइटेरिया हैं. इनमें से आप ऑप्शंस में देख लो. हाँ, अगर ये नहीं होते, यहाँ पे ये होता, इस तरह से होता, then you would have to check. पहला नहीं बनेगा because RHS is not as such a rule for similarity. क्राइटेरिया नहीं है सिमिलैरिटी का, इसको प्रूव किया जा सकता है, but it is not a direct postulate or a theorem. जो हमने क्राइटेरिया किए हैं बुक में, अगर आप चेक करते हो तो ये भी थ्योरम है, ये भी थ्योरम है, ये भी थ्योरम है, ये तीनों थ्योरम्स हैं. उन्होंने एक्चुअल में उसके प्रूफ वहां पे दिए हुए हैं कि अगर आप चेक करते हो, जो बेसिक है हमारे पास, इनकी हेल्प से हम RHS अपनी तरफ से बना सकते हैं, बट वो है नहीं. वो क्या बोलते हैं, जैसे क्रोलरी टाइप बन जाएगा, इन्फर्ड होगा इन तीनों से, लाइक इन्हीं की मॉडिफाइड फॉर्म अगर आगे बोले, लेकिन बेसिकली हमारे पास यही तीनों हैं. सो इट्स अ ट्रिक क्वेश्चन, सो डू इट केयरफुली. हो सकता है ऐसे कुछ आपको पेपर में आ जाए बोर्ड में, तो जल्दी जल्दी में, जैसे हमने उस दिन डिस्कस किया, hardly anyone noticed, I think. Just go over this and like make a note for yourself about this, कि ये चीज का ध्यान रखना है आपको एग्जाम में. Okay, now I just want to discuss the standard paper. I was going over that. I hope you've started revising those statement sums from chapter number 4 now. Again, the pattern is clear, and I think 1 more questions are very easy. Looking at this question, I want to discuss the one question I gave in test from chapter number 1. The last question, I think some students had trouble doing that. There was one thing which you want to remember every time you are given a fraction and aapko pucha gaya hai what type of decimal expansion would it have. You want to make sure that the fraction is in simplest form. सबसे पहले आपको ये चेक करना है, उसके बाद डिनोमिनेटर की प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन करनी है. So the question that I gave the other day, वो simplify होती है पहले fraction, उसके बाद जो denominator है उसको आप prime factorize करते हो, and then you see what kind of prime factorization it has, whether it has only 2 and 5 in the prime factorization or there is any other prime number present. तो अगर तो सिर्फ 2 है, यहाँ सिर्फ 5 है, या 2 और 5 है, तो उसकी terminating decimal expansion होगी, otherwise it will have non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. I hope it's clear now. Maybe उस टाइम पे आपके पास ऑप्शन होती है, घर पे आप टेस्ट कर रहे हो, you can quickly open calculator and divide and see what kind of expansion it has, but you have to justify your answer exam में जब आएगा. That was the point that you had to keep in mind. The fraction is to be simplified. Okay, make a note of these kind of things. Like पेपर में यही बातें भूलती हैं, आधा आधा एक एक नंबर इसी चीजों का करता है. So just write down these as points somewhere in your book or in your notebook from wherever you usually revise, कि ये इस particular question में, this is the fact I could forget in the exam. So please make a note of it. Question number 1, HCF of two numbers is given, the product of the numbers is given. So XY equals to 180 means product of XY is given. along with that, HCF of the numbers is given. You have to find out the LCM. So the result that you'll use is that the HCF and LCM of two numbers multiplied together is equal to the product of the numbers, and then you will be able to obtain the LCM. The decimal expansion will terminate after how many decimal places? You have to make the denominator a power of 10. Yes, you can do that way also. You can first prime factorize, but see, beta, if you prime factorize only the denominator, you wouldn't notice that the numerator has any of the common factors same as the denominator. अगर आप हाँ न्यूमिनेटर डिनोमिनेटर दोनों की प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन करते हो तब शायद आपको रियलाइज हो हाँ कॉमन फैक्टर्स बन रहे हैं. आपने अगर बिगिनिंग में ही सिर्फ डिनोमिनेटर की प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन कर दी, चलो सपोज मान के चलते हैं आपने प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन की, आपको 2 की पावर मिली, आपको 5 की पावर मिली और साथ में 7 आ गया. तो अगर आप अपनी थ्योरम यूज करते हो उसी स्टेप पे, तो यू आर गोइंग टू से कि दिस विल नॉट हैव अ टर्मिनेटिंग डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन, दिस विल हैव नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिपीटिंग एक्सपेंशन. तो उस केस में आपका आंसर गलत हो जाएगा इन केस न्यूमिनेटर का कॉमन फैक्टर होता 7. You will have to see that before you go for prime factorization, because एक बार आपने prime factorization कर दी ना, वो theorem आपके सीधा mind में आएगी कि इसके पास तो अब 2, 5 के अलावा कोई और factor आ गया है. It is not going to have a terminating expansion. But yes, if you remember this, कि prime factorization करने के बाद भी मुझे एक बार ये चीज जरूर verify करनी है कि कहीं ये जो extra factor आ रहा है 2, 5 के अलावा, ये कहीं numerator के साथ cancel तो नहीं हो रहा, वो check कर लो. It's one and the same thing. पहले कटिंग की या बाद में की, but do check कि simplification तो नहीं हो रही. All right. Then sum of the zeros is 3. Find the value of k. Since k is the play at the place of b, standard form अगर हम compare करें quadratic polynomial की, तो यहाँ पे आपके पास जो result लगेगा वो लगेगा sum of the zeros वाला. Sum of the zeros is given by minus b over a. It is given to be 3, and then you can use the value of b and a from your polynomial and then find out k. आंसर की दी हुई है इसकी पूरी की पूरी वैसे वेबसाइट पे, but there were a couple of questions which I solved in a different way. In the answer key they were solved differently, so उसको सीधा मत कर लेना. अगर आप कर रहे हो, even if you are doing the sample papers on your own, don't just copy from the marking scheme or the answer key provided. Try to solve a question on your own and then just match the answer. सिर्फ आंसर मैच करने के लिए आप वहां से चेक करो. For what value of k the pair of linear equations does not have a solutions? This is something, there were I think 2 or 3 questions based on this in basic paper. So you are going to go with the ratio of the coefficients, and the result which will stand to make this pair have no solution will be a1 over a2 equals to b1 over b2 but not equals to c1 by c2. Then fourth question, very simple. 3 chairs, 1 table costs 1500. 6 chairs and a table costs 2400. Form linear equations to represent the solution. सिर्फ equations बनानी है. And जब आपको इस तरह का question आता है, बेटा ये चीज जरूर क्या करो, write down. There are students who are actually very lazy, or I don't know, they just find it like, I don't know, inconvenient to write this in the beginning. They would simply start with the equations. So take 30 seconds. 30 seconds भी नहीं लगते let लिखने में. Let like the cost of 1 chair, cost of 1 table, and then proceed. Presentation is very important. Mistakes hide हो जाते हैं कई बार presentation में, अगर आपकी presentation अच्छी है. Which term of the given AP is 0? So you have been given the AP. The first thing we do is we write down the first term, we write down the common difference, and then we want a term to be 0. So let us say the nth term is 0. You will solve and you will find out the value of n from here. अब ये क्वेश्चन बेसिक में भी आ सकता है, बिल्कुल सिंपल क्वेश्चन है ये. अगर स्टैंडर्ड में दिया इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि ये स्टैंडर्ड वाली लेवल का है. इट्स बेसिक क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशंस. In the arithmetic progression given here, common difference is given, n is given, nth term is given. You have to find out the first term. Again, ये textbook का question है. I think 5.2 है, उसका question है ये. जब आप nth term के बारे में सीखते हो, there is a table given on the very first page. So you have some values missing, either A is missing, D is missing, N is missing, or the nth term is missing. So it's a question from there. Again, you will use the values in this equation for A, N and D, and then you will solve to find out A. For what values of K the equation has equal roots? इसकी 2-3 टाइप्स हैं. आपको क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन दी है. क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन में एक कोफिशिएंट मिसिंग है, मींस कंप्लीटली मिसिंग है, या फिर उसको k की टर्म्स में एक्सप्रेस किया हुआ है. They ask you to find the value of k and along with that they indicate कि इस इक्वेशन के रूट्स कैसे हैं. इक्वल रूट्स होने के लिए आपके पास जो डिस्क्रिमिनेंट होता है वो इक्वल टू 0 होता है. रियल एंड इक्वल, बेसिकली रियल एंड इक्वल, d इक्वल्स टू 0. क्वेश्चन आता है रियल रूट्स, नो रियल रूट्स. रियल रूट्स जब हम बात करेंगे तो आपके पास दो कैटेगरीज आ जाती हैं. डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इज ग्रेटर देन 0, डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इज इक्वल टू 0. और नो रियल रूट्स में आपके पास डिस्क्रिमिनेंट विल बी लेस देन 0. तो क्वेश्चन जब आता है रियल रूट्स का तो रिमेंबर ये दोनों केस डिस्कस करने हैं आपको. और ये आता है लाइक रिपीटेडली पूछा जाता है. मे बी आपको बोर्ड एग्जाम में आए, मे बी प्री बोर्ड में आए, इट विल बी आस्क्ड. नो रियल रूट्स में सिर्फ एक कंडीशन है आपके पास, डिस्क्रिमिनेंट इज लेस देन 0. सो दिस इज द सेकेंड पार्ट हियर इन नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आई वुड लाइक टू डिस्कस, बिकॉज इनइक्वालिटी सॉल्व करते हुए दिक्कत आती है स्टूडेंट्स को. I think sixth question can be done very easily. Take discriminant equal to 0, solve the equation. B square banega k square. I think k gives two values. Check that. Then seventh question, first part, very simple. X square plus 7x plus 10 equals to 0. You have to find out the roots. You can use any method. Factorization, splitting the middle term, or quadratic formula. Then for what values of A the equation has no real roots? Now for this you will take discriminant less than 0. Real roots nahi hone chahiye. Quickly make the equation and tell me what do you get. I'm going to just so this will be b square minus 4ac. Since small a is used in the equation itself, I have changed the representations, the standard notations. So you will have a minus 6 squared minus 4 times 30a multiplied by 1 less than 0. If you want, you can take 6 common. That will be convenient. Now, right now, if you transpose this minus 120a to the RHS, there will be no problem. ये right hand side पे जाके सीधा plus हो जाएगा. And then a की value निकालने के लिए आपके पास ये आंसर बन जाएगा. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
I think there is a mistake. Wait. This is what I'm getting. Okay. So A will be greater than the simplified answer from here. This is 3 by 10. So you can just solve this. Now, अगर कोई यहाँ पे इस स्टेप पे इसको इस तरह से सॉल्व करता, ट्रांसपोजिंग प्लस 36 टू दी राइट हैंड साइड, ये सिंपली था. जो वैल्यूज ऐड हो रही हैं या सब्ट्रैक्ट हो रही हैं वो आप ट्रांसपोज करते हो, देयर इज नो चेंज इन द इनइक्वालिटी. बट द नेक्स्ट स्टेप वुड बी टू शिफ्ट दिस minus 120 which is multiplied with a to the right hand side इस स्टेप पे, because you are going to transpose a negative value. Or if you cancel this minus with the minus on right hand side, even then वो माइनस माइनस कैंसिल होने का मतलब है आप नेगेटिव वैल्यू से डिवाइड कर रहे हो, तो उस केस में भी इनइक्वालिटी चेंज होगी. So rather than canceling that minus sign, it's better to rewrite your equation and then show a change of inequality after canceling those negative signs. ये लिखो या फिर आप इस तरह से लिख सकते हो. When you divide by a negative value, the inequality will change its sign. So the answer will still be this. So be careful when you're solving inequalities. Question number 8 is a good question. PQ is given to be 28. There are tangents drawn from an external point P to the circle at Q and T, I guess. So this is 28, and you have to find out the perimeter of this triangle given here. So the way it's done in your marking scheme is a little different, but you could simply use the concept that points, the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal in length. That would mean PQ and PT will be equal. Other tangent from P will also have length 28 centimeters. And then if you look closely, point L or M se bhi tangents ban rahi hain, the given circle. For the given circle, you have tangents from point L and point M as well. So LQ and LN will be equal. On the other side, MT and MN will be equal. If you want, you can represent these by X. Tangents from L will be equal. Tangents from M will also be equal. And now you can find out the length of the sides of the triangle. जो triangle की sides बनी, वो बन जाएंगी 28 minus x. Over here, it will be 28 minus y, and this one will be x plus y. And then you can find out the perimeter. Add all three sides. उन्होंने जो मार्किंग स्कीम में किया, उन्होंने इक्वेशंस बना के ऐड करके किया हुआ है. सो वो देख लोगे अगर आप एक बार, तो पता चल जाता है कि हाँ इस तरह से करना है. लेकिन अगर हम अपना कॉन्सेप्ट लगाएं तो हम इस तरह से भी कर सकते हैं. Whichever way you find it convenient. Again, it's up to you what you remember in paper. Question number 9th, tangents are inclined. ये important है questions इस तरह के. Angle between the tangents is given. So you are given tangents to a circle which are inclined to each other at an angle of 60 degrees. Let's say the tangents are at point T and S. The center of the circle BO. The radius is 3 centimeters. You have to find out the length of the tangent. Obviously, both the tangents will be equal. You have to find out the length of PT. How would you proceed? This question actually combines concepts from 2 chapters. जो आपका circles का chapter है और trigonometry है. Chapter 8 and chapter 10 overlapped है यहाँ पे. Yes. We will first of all join the center to the external point. इसको join करेंगे. The line segment which joins the center of the circle to the external point bisects the angle between the tangents. तो आपके पास जो triangle बनेगा OTP, the angle at P will now be 30 degrees. Tangents के बीच में जो angle था वो 60 degrees था. Once you join that external point to the center of the circle, 60-degree angle gets bisected. So this angle here will be 30 degrees. Along with that, the second property of a tangent is that it's perpendicular to the radius at point of contact. So angle at T is 90 degree, which makes your triangle OTP a right triangle. We can now use T ratios. T ratios apply करके हम ये निकालेंगे length for PT. So you have the base of the triangle to be calculated. The perpendicular is given. Am I correct here?
tan 30.
You will use tan.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, base find out करना है. आपको perpendicular 3 centimeters दिया हुआ है. So use tan of 30 degrees to find out TP. Question number, now the second part is actually easier compared to this one. So looking at the question, it will be up to you if you start with the first option given here, that is a little lengthier as compared to the second option. If you draw the diagram, you would see. And the time that's given to you before the exam commences, you're given 15 minutes to read your paper. That's the time where you can decide कि जहां जहां पे internal choice है, उसमें से आपको कौन सी option attempt करनी है. उस time पे आप try कर लो. जब करना है तब नहीं decide करना कि अब मैं इनमें से कौन सी option करूं. Decided when you're reading your paper. उस टाइम पे पूछने मत बैठ जाना इधर उधर कि ये इसका आंसर क्या है, उसका आंसर क्या है. Go through your question paper, read all the questions, especially the ones with internal choices. There you will need to make a decision, and make a decision beforehand, not at the time when you're about to solve it. एक बार पहले एग्जाम शुरू होने से पहले 15 मिनट्स जो मिलते हैं उस टाइम पे एक बार ट्राई करके देख लो which of the two is quicker and easier to solve. PQ is a tangent to the circle with center O at point P. So at point P, there is a tangent. So Q will be an external point. Triangle OPQ is isosceles. So if I join OP and OQ, this triangle should be isosceles. First thing I notice is जब tangent draw करते हैं तो यहाँ पे 90 degree angle बनना है. ये right triangle बन रहा है. मुझे right triangle को isosceles बनाना है. तो कौन सी दो sides equal होंगी?
PQ and OP.
PQ and OQ.
PO and PQ.
PO and PQ. Hypotenuse is the longest side. Yes, that's correct, Manpreet and Shaunak. In right triangle, the hypotenuse is the longest side. So OQ is the hypotenuse. This will not be equal. The sides which will be equal are these two. And now you need to find out angle OQP. This angle you need to find out. So isosceles triangle mein angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Just drawing it roughly. These are the two sides which are equal, and these two angles will be equal. So X, and 90 degrees. Angle sum property will give you the value for X. Tarannum beta 1 mark mein aapko wo prove karne ki zarurat nahi hai. It is a standard result. You can simply write down that the line segment which joins the center to the external point from where the tangents are drawn, OP, वो bisect करता है उस angle को. आप simply ये statement दे सकते हो वहां पे. Those the students actually who revised the whole syllabus, this will help them because अभी वो सारा syllabus अगर कर चुके हैं, discussing the paper with me will help you know कि कहाँ पे अभी तैयारी करने की आपकी कोई कमी रह गई है. You need to revise a particular topic again. 10th question, triangle points are given on two sides. The length of the sides are given. DE is parallel to BC. Find CE. I think this is BPT. You can draw the triangle and then find out. 11th question from constructions. You have been given this rough figure here. Line segment that is being divided is this one, AB. This is the line segment being divided at point C. You have to find out the ratio in which this point C divides AB. The way they are naming the line segment is important. You need to find out the ratio of AC is to CB. ए की तरफ से ऑर्डर लिखना है. तो पहले आप ए की तरफ रीड करोगे कितने इक्वल पार्ट्स मार्क किए हैं उन्होंने, और फिर आप बी की तरफ मार्क करोगे. What will be the answer?
Five ratio 3.
This is the second method, the one I discussed first. कि अगर आपको किसी लाइन सेगमेंट को सपोज 5:3 रेशो में डिवाइड करना है, आपके पास लाइन सेगमेंट है ए बी, आप ए पे एक्यूट एंगल ड्रॉ करते हो और सेम मेजर का एंगल बी पे ड्रॉ करते हो, सो दैट द टू आर्म्स आर पैरेलल. फिर आपको जो पहली वाली वैल्यू है रेशो की, एंटीसीडेंट बोलते हैं जिसको, उतने पार्ट्स मार्क करने हैं पहले वर्टेक्स पे. सो ए पे लगेंगी 5 आर्क्स, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. 3 लगेंगी बी की तरफ, and then you join the last one to the last one. The ratio obtained will be 5:3. What will be the answer now? Yes, that's correct, Sanmeet and Sukhamjeet. The answer is 8:5. A की तरफ 8 है और B की तरफ 5 है. This is the answer. Question 12th, 13th from trigonometry. Very simple questions, not too complicated. Sin A plus cos B is given as 1. Angle A is 30 degrees. So use it here. Sin 30 plus cos B equals to 1. And then you can find out cos B. From there, you can find out B using the table of values. 13th question, the value of x and y is given. You have to find out x plus y. Simply substitute the values. X की value, y की value यहाँ पे put करोगे. Simplify करोगे. Identity apply होगी. Sin square theta plus cos square theta. And then you will obtain your answer. 14th question, again, direct application. Circle of diameter 42 centimeters. Theta is 60. You have to find out the length of the arc. The length of the arc is given by anyone.
Pi into circumference. Theta by 360 by circumference.
So circumference is 2 pi r. This will be the formula. 15th question, 12 solid spheres are of the same radii are made by melting a solid metallic cylinder of the base diameter and height given. Find the diameter of each sphere. Similar question था उधर भी, उधर simple था, 3 spheres से sphere बनाया गया है. यहाँ पे 12 solid spheres and there is 1 cylinder. So the volume of those 12 spheres will be equal to the volume of the cylinder. From there you can find out the radius of each of the spheres and hence the diameter. So the relation will be 12 times volume of one solid sphere will be equal to the volume of the cylinder. And this should help you find out R for the sphere. Once you find out R, you can find out D. Find the probability of getting a doublet in a throw of pair of dice. What will be the total number of outcomes when we throw a pair of dice? And how many doublets do we get? Doublets means same number on both the dice. 6. So the answer for this will be 6 by 36. Find the probability of getting a black queen when a card is thrown or drawn at random, from a well-shuffled pack of 52 cards. How many queens are there in a deck of cards? That's correct. The answer is 2 by 52. There are 4 queens, out of which 2 are red and 2 are black. We are looking for black queen. So the answer will be 2 by 52. After this, you have case study questions. The first one is based on coordinate geometry. So they have given you this case study based on a sunroom. The diagrams show the plans for a sunroom. It will be built onto the wall of a house. The walls are square, clear glass panels. The roof is made using these 4 clear glass panels, trapezium in shape, and all are in the same size. One in the middle is tinted glass panel. It is half a regular octagon. They have given you this rough figure for the sunroom, and then they have plotted these views on the Cartesian plane. So you can see here, origin is marked, horizontal axis. They have given you a scale also. So this is important. अगर ये चेंज कर दे यहाँ पे तो ज्यादा फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. 1 सेंटीमीटर इक्वल्स टू 1 मीटर्स दिया हुआ है. कहीं पे अगर वो डिस्टेंस पूछ रहे हैं तो मेक श्योर यू कन्वर्ट दैट अकॉर्डिंगली. 1 सेंटीमीटर को कन्वर्ट करके आपको आंसर देना है मीटर्स में. यहाँ पे अगर मॉडिफाइड होता तो फिर वो आपका आंसर और अफेक्ट करता. राइट नाउ डजंट मैटर एक्सेप्ट फॉर द यूनिट्स ओनली. सो दे हैव प्लॉटेड द व्यूज for this sunroom on the Cartesian plane, front view and top view. क्वेश्चंस में नीचे थोड़ी गड़बड़ है, कहीं कहीं जगह पे जहां पे हमें टॉप व्यू को रेफर करना है उन्होंने फ्रंट लिखा हुआ है, आई थिंक मिक्स्ड अप किया है, सो बी केयरफुल. So just go with this Cartesian plane. You have horizontal axis marked here. You can see x is shown and y is indicated here. थोड़ा सा फिगर भी प्रॉपरली अलाइंड नहीं है, जो रीडिंग्स दी हैं उन्होंने वो मैच नहीं होती, सो उसका भी ध्यान रखना. फ्रॉम द मिड पॉइंट फाइंड द मिड पॉइंट. रेफर भी करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप ये सीधा फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो. सेक्शन फॉर्मूला एंड देन the distance of the point P from y-axis. Now for this you need to go back to the
Distance of the point P from the y-axis.
just go back to the picture here and observe point P here. अब यहाँ पे नीचे लिखा था रेफर टू टॉप व्यू, बट ये फ्रंट व्यू से क्वेश्चन लिया गया है. अगर आप टॉप व्यू को चेक करते हो, टॉप व्यू में तो P पॉइंट है ही नहीं, right? So be careful. So P is given here और P की proper marking नहीं है. It's not aligned along with the vertical column here. So read accordingly. If you want, you can just mark. आपके पास आपका question paper होगा, आप उस पे mark करके सीरीज की reading ले सकते हो. And read from there and pick the correct option. The distance will be the x coordinate. Abscissa. Abscissa will tell you how far away point P is from y-axis. You can directly count the number of vertical columns away from y-axis. That will also give you the answer. Distance between points A and S.
And S.
उन्होंने मार्क नहीं ना किए हुए पॉइंट्स, सो दैट्स अ लिटिल इनकन्वीनियंट. आपको वो करना पड़ेगा पहले. इट विल बी बेटर इफ यू जस्ट मार्क द नंबर्स हियर, right, and then along with the y-axis.
17.
Tarnum, your mic is on.
Eight meters. Let's go back. Points P and A and S. Punya's answered 8 meters. Is that correct? Because I haven't solved this. Relying on you now. Let's see. Let me count. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 16. The answer is 16. Yes, that's correct, Kanishkantaranam. The answer is 16. As for now, they have not given any units with the options here. So in case आपके पास दो options होती 16, तो correct answer would have been the one carrying meters with it. Then find the coordinates of the point which divide the line segment joining A and B in the ratio 1:3 internally. For this, you need not refer to the picture given. You will apply the section formula and find out the coordinates of the point. Then if xy is equidistant from points Q and S, then which of the relations is true? Apply the distance formula. Form the expression. If the point xy is represented as, say, m, then you will have mq equals to ms. Obtain the expression, you will have a linear expression in x and y, and see which one is correct. Just a minute. I didn't realize that the time is above 1.
1 5.
Yeah. Okay, you have your class. We will continue
No,
this
ma'am.
tomorrow. All right. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice day, ma'am.